You're watching Striving Artist. My name is Arlene. I'm so excited for this week's guest. Not only does she help people make themselves feel beautiful on the outside, but she's got a spunky and amazingly energetic personality that will make you feel so good in the inside. We have Deena from Take Charge
Beauty Studios.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me, Arlene.
My pleasure. Just give our viewers a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay, so who I am is a professional beauty makeup artist, and I'm a sustainable makeup artist. I'm vegan, and so I support animal-friendly, high-fashion products that are effective for any camera-ready work or special appearance. Cool. So my mandate is my company name, Take Charge Beauty Studios. Right. So when people greet or leave one another, sometimes they say, take care, and I thought, that's nice, it's pleasant, but I want to say something stronger, because that's how I handle things in my life, is when you're determined to do something or you think of something you want to try. I was at a party and I heard a makeup artist mentioning that she was a makeup artist, and we were all sharing what our living was at the time. And I found myself gravitating to the backstage crew, the hair and makeup crew, whenever we were producing trunk shows or fashion shows for the designers I worked with. And I was thought, oh, I could do that. Maybe that'll be something I do one day. So going 10 years ahead, it was almost 2000 now. Yeah. I'd had enough of doing public relations. I wanted to change, and I wanted to personally explore more about who I was at the time. And into my 30s, I closed my firm. I gave all my clients to other PR agents I'd worked with. Took 2 years off and worked for Starbucks, which was fun. So my education was while I was working. I received incredible global education and then went freelance.
That's amazing. The time when you went freelance, so for the audience that also want to create a life with their art, were there some things that you had to overcome in terms of what other people were saying, or even yourself?
It was more so my own choosing, because it was a creative freedom, and I started getting some referrals from people, and I thought I wanted to create my own set of circumstances and the type of client I wanted to explore work with, and the type of craft I wanted to do, which was more industry related. So camera-ready work for fashion runway, TV, music video, models, headshots, fashion shoots. So it was an easy decision, because having run my own business in my 20s, I grew up with entrepreneurs in my family. I'm very comfortable with the risk. So what I did to help myself was join the Self-Employment Development Program with the City of Toronto. And I pitched my idea of my Take Charge Beauty company to a panel, and I got accepted into an 8-month program. Wow. So I would recommend people who want to create their own company to, yes, learn the ropes and take workshops and work alongside people, but get a good handle on how business is run, so that you can drive that yourself until you're ready to hand different areas off to others. And that's what we learned. We learned about technology, social media, how marketing is done in this time now, and it's 2018. I took it in 2014, and things keep moving fast.
Awesome,
so
cool.
I learned a lot.
I want to touch base with what you said just briefly, like before, about failing fast, because I've learned also massive failure creates massive success, and I think a lot of artists out there, once they put their work out and they don't get the results that they want, majority of them might feel like, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. But then the ones that end up striving are the ones that focus on their end goal. And you were saying something in relation to that, like you read a book. Talk to us about this book and the Fail Train.
Okay, so Odette Laurie is a successful Toronto business coach, and I'm reading her book right now called Paralyzed. And she says anyone creating anything, which we do all day, every day, but if it's a business, she says we're on a train, and one of the cars of the train is a fail train, and that's part of the journey you're on. So you're going to pull into a station where a contract is going to fall through, or someone's not paying you, or you feel like it's 2 steps back. And she says, stay on your train. And that's where you were just saying that keep your goal in mind. If it's part of you, like to me, art is like air. It's breathing. And so that's my train has to keep going forward.
Right.
So I realized that it's going to pull over in that station every now and then, and that's to show me what I need to adjust. And so the next station is going to be, hey, you got that $1 million contract. So that's part of the journey too. So it's really celebrating all of them, that you are willing to be on that journey with yourself.
For sure,
and others that are along with you.
Definitely.
And so how I look at it is there's no good experience, no bad, no judgment about the fact that a contract didn't come through or a contract did come through. It is all part of the success and celebration of you and your art and your journey. And so that's how I'd like us to look at it and look at one another, celebrating every experience that's happening with ourselves and our colleagues as artists and people that we are patrons of, whether we go to the ballet or I come see you, or people in your life perform on stage singing, or makeup artistry, painting, whatever it is.
For yourself as a makeup artist and having your own business, there's also quite a number of different businesses, different freelancers. What do you do to inspire, what inspires you every day?
Well, you gave me a nice compliment earlier that, my personality and having fun and joie de vivre is who I am.
Right.
So that doesn't shut down when I start working on a face for makeup. That gets infused into the energy, because when I'm doing someone's makeup, I'm literally touching someone.
Right.
I'm in your space. I'm in your face, literally. So you have to help people feel very comfortable with what you're doing and feel safe and comfortable in your hands.
Okay.
And whether it be a man or a woman, you're often stripping everything off of their face. And so you're seeing everything that we may call, dark circles or breakout or what have you that we don't want to be shown in the world every day.
Right.
And so they're vulnerable to you. So I've really learned to respect people's identity, and that it is part of us, and that it becomes part of your consciousness, how we choose to dress or do our hair, or how men groom. Color has vibration, light and shadow has vibration. So I pay attention to all that.
Nice. That's cool.
I know, and as a woman, I'm my own client too.
Right.
So, but everyone wears some level of makeup, whether it just be a moisturizer or some guys are doing a concealer or bronzer. It's who we are. So I think consultation with your client, depending on what kind of artist you are, is really important to listen to them, get to know the message of what they're saying, and because it's a business, I'm there for my client. It's about them.
Nice.
So I have to bring me as together and well as I can be, so that they can feel lifted and comfortable, because it is a visual beauty art.
Right.
So those people that you see, I had the pleasure to do 2 actors from the Degrassi show.
Oh, nice.
And oh my gosh, when you see, they're lovely young girls. Some people, models, actors, etc., singer, performers, you help them look stage ready so that bloggers or photographers or media goes gaga over the package of what they're seeing as well as what they're hearing. So that's part of my job.
Awesome.
So I take that seriously.
Excellent.
It's about them.
So I'm excited to become lifted and comfortable, because Deena is gonna make me up. I'm in the Jean Lottie studio, so stay tuned, guys.